This young boy was too eager to get his candy bar from the cheerleader during a Wizards game, but then he noticed the girl selling them, and to say his reaction was priceless would be the understatement of the century. But don't worry kid, we all felt the same watching her pass by. We just managed to control our excitement. He ain't gonna let it go. I mean, that actually was the armband that Kobe Bryant wore, and you could see it in his eyes. He knew he should have let the girl have it, but he just couldn't. It was as if it was something inside of him telling the guy to hold on to it as hard as possible. Eventually, he realized that Kobe meant it for the people behind him, so he relented. This is why reporters love their job. While he was covering a story on the baseball pitch, he caught the ball and continued talking, even though he caught the foul ball like a complete boss. He had to stop eventually because all the people behind him were cheering way too loud.
That were trying to make contact. I just caught the baseball, that's what you hear in the background.
Meet the Mayo Man. This is the guy that came to a game with a tub of mayonnaise and a giant spoon. As he was eating from the giant jar, security escorted him from his seat. A few minutes later, there he is again. He came back still eating from the tub, but this time he had a giant splotch of mayo on his shirt. How about the pops of popcorn? If you thought Mayo Man was funny, we present to you the pops of popcorn. Just look at him chugging down that bag of popcorn. And the funniest part is, he doesn't even know that he's an actual sensation on YouTube. He doesn't care that all the cameras are on him. This is the ice cream thief. People call this guy the smoothest criminal you could ever find. He took the ice cream cone straight from the guy's napkin, took a bite out of it, and then tried to return it back. But the man noticed that his ice cream was missing and started smashing that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, what he actually did was he started looking around for the thief. Just look at how casually he turns and walks away. He threw the first thing that was close to him. Turns out it was a slice of pizza. He got a little angry at the man who caught the foul ball, and just as he and his friend were going back to their seats, the man threw his slice of pizza at him. Even though it was uncalled for, it's funny as hell. Gotta catch 'em all, or maybe not. Here's a guy that took a giant baseball mat with him, hoping that he'd catch the ball this time. He did, but the ball bounced off his giant glove and landed into the hands of some other man in the stalls. Now that's what you call unlucky. This man joined a female tennis game after he was called forth by one of the players. But there are strict rules to female tennis, so he had to wear an all-white uniform. The only thing they had on hand was a skirt and a tight shirt, and he freaking wore them like a king. Now that's a true gentleman. He saw the baseball bat was coming straight for him. He jumped up from his seat and charged straight at it. He managed to catch it before it could hit his date, so he got a kiss in return. Calm down, ref, it's just the baseball player. But it seems like the ref was caught off guard when this towering basketball player stood right behind him. Even the player smiled a little at his reaction. Oh my god, I have to tell my mom. If we read her lips correctly, that's exactly what she said. But why did she say it? Well, it was probably because this professional bumped into her when trying to catch the ball. God knows he isn't going to buy that brand of sneakers anymore. Just look at how pissed he was when his sneaker came off in the middle of the game. He threw it straight away and managed to get a yellow card for it. Do you drink beer with a baseball inside of it? Well, this girl sure does. She managed to catch a foul ball from the stall on the second story, so to say she was ecstatic would be putting it lightly. Ouch. Pause the tennis game, people. We have a man down. Well, if that was the ball was as fast as it looked on camera, he's not going to get up in quite some time. But the girl that hit him found it pretty funny, and so did we. Grabbing the foul ball with one hand while holding his baby girl. Now that's a true hero of a dad. When the ball was headed towards him, he caught it with a single hand and he didn't even look away. That's why you don't get angry during a game. If you do, then karma will make sure to ground you. This basketball player smacked the ball on the ground and it hit him dead in the face. We're guessing he's not going to be doing that again. He caught the ball in the middle of the interview. While still talking to the interviewer, this baseball player sensed the fatally fast ball behind him, extended his hand and caught it, and he didn't even look at it. When you know you don't have a chance but you give it a shot anyways. Why the hell did he throw that tennis racket in the middle of the air? Well, he knew he was too far away to run, So he figured I might as well give it a shot. So he threw the racket into the ball's way, hoping that it would bounce back. It didn't. This is the boy that saved his dad. Just as the fastball was coming for his dad's face when he was looking away, this kid managed to extend his arm just in time and catch it. You don't see that every day. Now that's what you call a 1 in a billion moment. When it's not meant for you to score, you won't score. It was as if there was a barrier near the goal. He's definitely getting laid tonight. Well, catching a foul ball is pretty rare. Catching one in front of your date is even more rare. And the fact he gave it to his lady means that he surely got lucky that night. It's impolite to laugh at other people's imaginary friends. We're kidding, it's not impolite. Keep laughing. I mean, we don't know if the guy was pretending or if he was serious, but either way, he didn't even look at the camera to signal it was a joke. Maybe he's a ghost whisperer and there's actually someone there. He threw the fries, but he caught the ball. Who cares about the fries when you can catch a foul ball, right? Well, that's what this man thought as he leaped forward and tried to catch the ball that went underneath the chairs. Can you imagine the look on his face if he didn't catch it after throwing himself on the ground? Now that wasn't cool at all. He thought him being shirtless would look really cool for the camera, but looked as uncool as humanly possible. I mean, the guy even tripped and fell before he could get his shirt off. Now we understand that you scored a goal, dude, but that's a bit much, don't you think? Was there a staring competition going on? It sure seems like it. When the boy got bored of the game and noticed the camera pointed towards him, he thought he'd have a little fun. And yes, all of those goofy faces and eyebrow raises are all on YouTube. This is the kid that beat Roger Federer. We don't know his name, but we'll never forget this kid who was given a chance to play against one of the best tennis players in the world and actually won. Who is this gorgeous lady was probably thought going through this boy's head. Just look at how he's staring at the lady, but we have to admit, we find her beautiful too. Get the man his nachos back. When this baseball player knocked a fan's nachos on the ground, he wanted to make it up to him. A few minutes later, he came back with a plate full of them, and they all took a picture together.
Peter will bench in for him, and Addison Russell as a present. And the nachos, get him in there.
Now that's what you call a victory dance. We're not going to talk, just watch the kid. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.